No, 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 no. What? What?
I love you guys. Thank you, Easy.
Of course, my man.
Okay. All right. Well, last game. Looking at the draft right now, similar bans to last game, kind of what I would call standard bans now, with the Kaja being banned. After on the first series seeing Blitz on the Kaja, it was a bit of a menace, and I'm kind of thinking right now that's what um Dark Immortals is seeing right now. They just don't want to allow that Kaja to come back in.
Yeah, I'm definitely a big fan of the Kaja, and just kind of watching these scrims day by day has definitely been helping me kind of on what I'm going to be drafting inside of rank. If I see a Kaja available, I'm picking it up. If I see a Leomord available, definitely taking that. Martis, oh god, you better not let that happen. Gushin! We haven't really seen Gushin picked up too much nor banned. How do you kind of feel about that, Rito?
I think it just needs the right draft, right? So like, especially like when back when Kush was playing it, he did really phenomenal on it, and it just comes down to knowing when to use your ult, or I think it's called incandescence. Just knowing when to use it at the right time. Not fully blowing your whole combo and dying right after. I think that's the main point, and it's just a really hard mechanical hero in my opinion.
Yeah, and that may be what it is. Just not having a player who can really capitalize on it. Sometimes, even though it might be the best answer, if you can't perform well on him with the high skill gap that he has, sometimes it's not really worth taking it, because if you do underperform on him, that is going to be the reason you guys kind of lose the game. So, looking at the draft right now, you do see Martis being taken off the board, Valentina, Fanny, for the side of OTS. Nothing out of the ordinary. The Valentina, a little bit surprising, especially with they like to allow teams to take it. So, here's my guess on this, right? I'm willing to bet they're trying to take in an Atlas or a Diggy pick. You don't see Diggy being banned out. They do have... Second pick does go to the favor of Dark Immortals right now, though. So, this is kind of risky. They didn't ban either. What do you think's going to happen, Rito?
Well, it's either one of two things. They could just go completely unnoticed, and because right now with Joy, something that's really good for her right now is going to be that Minsathar and that Kufra, not so much the Atlas, because she is so fast and has that CC immunity, which both Diggy and Atlas cannot offer to stop that.
Oh, interesting. You're saying that slotting the Kufra against the Joy, right?
Well, yeah, it works, but you just have to be really good at the Kufra. You gotta time that S2 with the ball bouncing right in front of Joy so that she cannot, use her dash. And I think then it has like a 6-second cooldown where you can then kill Joy.
Ooh, but looking at the side of Dark Immortals, looks like they're gonna go ahead and guarantee that early mage. They're stopping OTS from picking that comfort pick on the Lily. We've seen them run Lily pretty much every single game. So the question is, what will the mid lane pull out now? Looking at Solus, locking in the Esmeralda, a hero that's recently had a little bit of a harder time in the XP lane with past, recent patches, and then a little bit too early, possibly showing that as you have your direct counters available. But the question is this somebody Five Nights at Freddy's wants to pick up? Is he going to lock in that Dairoth to kind of guarantee being more of the dominant fighter for that lane?
Yeah, for sure. Something he could still take up right now would be that Fredrin, once he hits level 4, he can outdo the Esmeralda in lane. But it looks like he does go ahead and lock that Dairoth. Not a bad pick at all, especially considering since that is Esme, and I think the reason why she was picked up early was because she does counter Joy in a way with that shield generation. Just giving more shield to the Esmeralda.
Now, you don't think Atlas is gonna be picked here? I don't know. I think it will. And the only reason I do is Joy doesn't provide enough damage to really be a problem. And Atlas can kind of rush in and get everybody besides Joy. And you have that Luna, that Beatrix with the flicker, but I don't know. Definitely, there's not really a direct counter for Atlas. Oh no, Akai is still on the playing field, so I'm not sure if I would actually take it. I'd probably go with Kufra. Kufra's not bad, or, possibly locking in that Marksman to go against the Beatrix. And they are going to secure that Bruno with the Inspire.
Yeah, going off what you said right now, I think that they might go ahead and ban out that Atlas and the Diggy in the second ban phase of the draft, because like you said, that Atlas is not, or that Joy's not going to do a lot of damage, because her kit is just mostly sustain. So if they do go ahead, and it looks like they did ban that Diggy, so OTS is going to respawn with that Atlas ban, I assume. Just kind of going back to what you said, Atlas a major menace right now.
Yeah, and looking at the draft, the second phase is going to go first to the side of Dark Immortal. So you definitely have to take out Atlas. You cannot allow him to walk, especially with the, that direct response of we are banning out Diggy. don't ban Atlas if you want to, boy. That's what they're saying, right? So there it goes. Maybe they heard the caster, man. Ban the Atlas. Ban him out. But man,
For sure.
we got junglers still on the board. Any guesses on who you think's gonna be slotted for either side?
Not as of right now, just a lot of things open. What I did notice is that they did take away the Lilia, which you did see dominate the previous series and the last game a little bit. So they did take it away from OTS. So
Wipe
yeah,
out all the
we're gonna see
injustice in the world.
some good games now. Oh, guys, slot the Kufra.
Oh my goodness, a wise decision indeed. Not really sure OTS expected it. Tried to limit the Cho pick, as we've seen that was more that pocket pick for the side of Dark Immortals. And man, the way the Dragon was everywhere inside of game one, even chasing down Alfred on a Ling. Looking at the draft though, you are seeing Kagura being hovered over as Jazzy took the kind of main pick for OTS's mage, the Lilia. So the question is, who is he going to respond with? If you do take the Kagura, right, you have the mobility to escape. You have the mobility to rush in, kind of trying to do that instant burst damage. Not sure if that's really the best pick. You got to look at who you're jumping into. You're jumping into a Lilia. Lilia has black shoes. You rush into her, she rushes out. Maybe possible some push plays in mind. I see is going to secure that execute. And then Brazilian Sauce finishing the draft for the side of OTS with Grok.
Yeah, and something I'm noticing right now is gonna be that late game potential that the side of Immortals is gonna have with that Bruno, and based off of that, I think that the winning conditions are gonna be stuck in the gold lane right now. If you have 1804 scale all the way up to the late game, you're gonna have a dominating OTS, and if you have the Bruno scale up on side of Dark Souls right now, you're gonna have a dominating side of Dark Souls. And
Still
but it looks like
swords
they do go ahead and
run
unlock
deep.
the lean for the extra mobility, extra kind of getting away fast and sneakily for them. So we're gonna just see how this plays out right now.
Now, I gotta say something super interesting, right? If OTS plays a specific way, they can really take the early game. Something that actually happened against me when we played NACT fall season against Ackerman, right? You have Dyroth. You're going against the Esmeralda. You already know you win that lane. You have a Kagura. All Kagura has to do is jump into the tower, take the damage, burst down the Esmeralda, and Dyroth can rush in with the Petrify. And they can get the kill super easily. It really works. I want to see if that's maybe the plan of OTS. I do know that's always a strat I kind of wanted to test out. Usually you see teams kind of gank the gold lane as their main focus. But I feel like if their marksman plays a little safe, they can kind of do without. So we are jumping into game 2. Yeah, what do you think about that?
I definitely agree. Something else that you could see play out, which is really similar happened to me going versus just Zane in general in rank, is when they go ahead and cut that wave, the Grok and the Thyra, go invade the room to see is earlier. Kind of like the same thing, but just like putting the jungler behind more so than the XP.
Now, I will say, OTS having a little bit of a wild card, right? Joy. We still a little bit of in a trial and error phase. Not really sure if you would consider her meta or not. Not really having too much of a heavy presence really anywhere, I feel like. She's just kind of like all over the board. So I want to see, the performance on Alfred. A really good jungler for the side of OTS and how he does with Joy.
Yeah, I just remembered now. What I was going to say about Joy is that with that Kufra, so she doesn't have CC immunity, right? She kind of has to spam the S2 in order to not be like Kufra bomb. And we do see the dominating name, like you said, at the top. But she kind of has to spam the S2 to not get CC. But we still engage, a bit of just kind of seeing where each other are for X and Vision on either side.
Now, this is kind of what I was saying, though. You've seen Kagura kind of go down to the bottom lane, but had she had gone to the top, all it took was her to dash in with that umbrella and then, Dyroth kind of finishing in. But instead, Lord Hash, with the opposing, opportunity, is going to go ahead and gank Dyroth and create, that separation in terms of gold for Solus. But over on the bottom side, a little bit of a mirror trade. Brazilian Sauce getting a kill on to Instinct is Key, and also Wrong Hole falling in the process. Now 2-1 in favor of OTS.
Yeah, kind of going off what you were saying, right? We know that Daroth wins lane, and we know that he's gonna be out there, trying to kill the Esme or trying to starve her from the minions, and that I think that's what Ling capitalized on, just the overextension of Daroth.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. And see, I like Ling. Ling has the ability to kind of split push across the map, especially when things aren't leaning in your favor. You can use the Tempest of Blaze to kind of secure neutral objectives when it's really not looking in your favor. You can just rush in and hit it and then use your retribution while in that state. Not able to take any damage, not able to take any CC as well. Over on the bottom lane, though, Instinct is key. Possibly caught in a bad situation. 1804 and the Mage trying to go in there for some damage, and they are able to secure the kill. A sneaky bush play indeed, but while that happens, Lord Hash able to get the turtle in that process. Tips of Blaze going down. Can he get the blades? Trying to do some damage to Brazilian Sauce using the wild charge as a knockup and a means of escape, and he does secure the retreat.
Yeah, just what a great play by Sam Moore right now, getting that turtle, and Ultima's tower right now just has no more gold, it's just completely stripped off. The gold is going to the right places right now for the side of OTS.
Now, a little bit of item check. You do see, speaking of Joy, going for the CDR build. Magic shoes, a little bit more cooled down. Maybe that is the plan for him. I really want to see how this build kind of plays out for Alfred in the jungle. Looking at Ling, he picked up that Windtalker as his first item before his boots. And possibly going for maybe a Demon Hunter sword. Not really entirely sure his plan. But while this is going down, a possible clash in the bottom side. Wrong hole taking some serious damage to the 3-stack of OTS. Tyrant's Rage connecting on possibly to the wall, but unable to as it barely misses the mark. Alfred securing the kill with the mobility of Joy right now. A little bit of electricity sparking on his way out as well.
We do hear the drums playing, Joy just with that mobility, going into the tower deep in and able to take out that, I believe it was the Rome, right? The Kufra.
Did you just say deep into wrong hole? I don't know. It's not like you said Kufra. Chee!
No, but alright. We're looking at the gold league right now. It's looking a little bit,
It's kind of even. Kind of
yeah,
even.
Or, yeah, actually, we're really well both sides right now.
You do see Kufra. Looks like he's going to go in for the gank. Onto 1804. Unable to hit the mark, though, on the opposing side, though. A clash rushing into Five Nights at Freddy's, having no help. And you are seeing them kind of focus the XP lane. They know Esmeralda's at a disadvantage. They're not worried about the marksman. Marksman will play safe. Cooper's there to protect. The rest of them focus on Five Nights at Freddy's, and nobody really there to kind of help him out in that situation. And you do see Lord going to, or Turtle going to Dark Immortals again. Well, they are also pushing the tower. Dyroth not making it there in time. Not even going to go for it. They go for the lane. And the tower does drop on the top side. But while this happens, a mirror trade. OTS able to secure the first tower on the bottom lane.
Yeah, both teams right now, just have phenomenal right now. Both
You see a possible Vism Strike, unable to connect, but Cooper with the magic ball trying to give some slow and some CC. You do see concealed play as a means to escape all of OTS, but looks like Lord Hash has a different plan, able to rush in, take out the backline. Marksman has fallen, down goes 1804. Tyrant's Rage unable to connect as the mobility over there on Kagura is too much for him to handle.
that is just a little bit too fed right now. And it looks like that's the only winning condition right now.
Blue team turret has been destroyed.
Of that lane, that mobility is going to be able to take out Arca 1804, but we do have to the lane. Oh my god. They're able to escape on that. Barely no HP. Like you said right now, Joy's kind of in a weird position right now, just kind of seeing where she's going to go at right now.
Now, I will say, OTS did lose their first tower in the mid lane, and when that happens, you lose a lot of presence on the map. That allows, the side of Dark Immortals to kind of have the more dominant position, be able to invade in your jungle with a little bit more comfortability. Speaking of comfort, though, they are going to burst down another tower on the bottom side, leaving only the inner turrets left for the side of OTS to defend the inhibitors and the base.
That lane is just all over the place, like I was saying previously, Not much of a response on the side of OTS. It's looking more like a react side right now with that lane pushing everywhere. But we do see a little bit of fight. People are going into umbrella.
Mary's passion connecting by Beatrix, but cut short. Stronghold able to get the kill on to 1804. Down he goes. Beatrix has fallen. Petrify being able to connect. Jazzy getting the kill on Five Nights at Freddy's before he can connect with the Abysm Strike. Stronghold still over there behind enemy waters. Can he escape? Able to, you know, get away. You do hear the beat over there by Joy right now. Just kind of boosting the momentum for the team. Lord Hash able to take the turtle, the little bit of the distraction, focusing on those neutral objectives, making sure they get some type of trade from that clash.
Each always just being more support to the team right now with their music, you know. Well, yeah, we can see a little bit of music now, you know.
Alfred getting a kill onto Lilia. You do see Gushin possibly going in. Or I said Gushin. Gushin! Ling possibly going in. But yeah, right now, 6-5. Not a high kill game, Rito, I'm not gonna lie. But in terms of tower, in terms of insurance, the strong side goes to Dark Immortals. But speaking of strong side, you do see Tempest Blaze connecting inside the tower. Five Nights at Freddy getting a kill onto Wrong Hole. Fight's not over. Wind of Nature being procced by Instinct is key, but a little too early. 1804 rushing in, but Lord Hash able to get the kill. The Assassin's too much for the marksman to handle. Alfred on the chase to Lord Hash, forcing him to retreat. Ice Cream One being picked up by Jazzy for some additional slow. They are in the base though. You do see the wall trying to block them off. Instinct is key, able to dash out with Bruno, but Alfred catches Solus still caught inside of that tower. Fight's not over though. Can still play over there by Grok. Using the AoE damage, able to secure a kill onto the marksman for Dark Immortals. Bruno has fallen, but Jazzy responding. You take out my marksman, Grok, well, I'm taking out you! You not my dad! Oh my goodness, Lord Hash is crazy!
He just seems, you know, just all over the map. Not much that anybody on the side of OTS can do. Just the high mobility, you know. And with the wall, if you saw earlier, he kind of blocked the people from getting out. So he just kind of killed, I think, 2 people there just by placing the wall inside the tower.
Now this is interesting. Looking at the Joy build, we wanted to see how it kind of went, you know, as this game progressed. Magic Shoes, Genius Wand for the pin. Looks like that Elegant Inner. Is that what is that called? What is it called after the Genius one? I want to say Elegant Energy, but that's definitely wrong. I can't remember. Concentrated Energy. Ha! Elegant's just a more fancy way to say it. Speaking of fancy though, Tyrant's Rage on the 4-mana OTS by Wrong Hole, able to connect. You do see Brock able to secure the kill though. The over-aggression by Cooper was too much, and down he goes. Bruno getting a tower. The inner turret has fallen for OTS, and they are now down 2 inhibitors minus the bottom lane with only that inner turret to kind of fend that off.
And I think it's about this time in game kind of placing onset OTS, kind of giving the farm that sorry, Souls?
For who?
For the
What you talking about, a skill? Oh, Dark Immortals, the names, team name. Dark Souls. That's a good game though, I'm not gonna lie. I love that game.
No, but
Ooh, looks like a little bit of an aggressive side from Dark Immortals right now, trying to close it out, letting OTS know their presence. Solus getting a double kill, taking out Five Nights at Freddy's and Kagura. Fight's not over. Brazilian Sausage using the wall, trying to escape. Tempest of Blade rushing in. We do know Lord has some Master Assassin taking out the backline. 1804 does fall. But in the process, Alfred taking advantage of the aggressive play by Lord Hash and takes out the Assassin. Alfred getting a double kill on to the Mage's Will. Lilia does fall. We are seeing the you know, kind of utility that Joy kind of provides right now. Berserker's Fury being picked up by Bruno as he recalls. Looks like Dark Immortals is going to disengage. But no, wait. Sola's still in the fight with Esmeralda. Man, we know how good she used to be with the sustainability, but can she keep it up with the recent patches? And it looks like yes. Still not too bad. A good play over there by Solus. Very comfortable on the Esmeralda right now. Oh my goodness, not even really able to penalize her as well. You do see OTS kind of playing more together right now in terms of winning conditions. They are fighting an upscale battle. They're fighting against pretty much every single tower in the game right now, -1 being taken out on the bottom side. And all they have is their inhibitors to keep them in here. Now, if they want to turn the tide around, right? You have to wait. You have to play as a team. No more solo pushing. Wait for somebody to be aggressive. We know even Esmeralda loves being aggressive. You have Dyroth. You could possibly use that to work in your favor if she does jump in. But if not, just play safe and wait for these 5v5 clashes. Take the minions that you can, but do not overextend.
You should kind of just have to look for the solo peels, you know? At this point of the game, if the enemy is going in solo, you can have
Ooh, and a good play indeed. That's what OTS needed. Able to take out 2 members. Jazzy and Instinct is key. The mage and the marksman for the side of Dark Immortals right now. You do see Force being picked up by Esmeralda right now, getting some more defense on her side. Looks like she is caught between all members of OTS, but her sustainability may be too much. Oh no, the wall by Grok! But using the Falling Star Moon to escape. Cooper rushing, and do we see a Tyrant's Rage possibly coming out? Nope, Cooper deciding to hold on to it, a wise decision. Luminous Lore spawning in 20 seconds. Blade of Despair being picked up by Ling as if his damage wasn't enough already. Joy picking up the Oracle as well from some sustainability to kind of increase, you know, that HP and shields. But over on the bottom, the top side, you see Timson Blade proc and trying to take out Five Nights at Freddy on the Dyroth, but goes out, goes back in, and Dyroth taking out the jungler! But you do see Alfred in the fight as well, trying to join, not able to get there in time to save Dyroth, but protected with the pill of Brazilian sauce. But oh my goodness, the push by Kagura right now, catching Jazzy off guard. While this is going on, Luminous Lord is available, and OTS has the advantage. They have their they still have their jungler. Ling is out for 16 seconds, Jazzy out for 23. It looks like they may be able to take it. Cooper waiting for a possible set. Still has the Tyrant's Rage going in, rushing in. Do we see it? Cooper. Oh my goodness! Are you serious right now? Cooper able to take the Lord! What just happened? Oh man!
no penalty for that either. Not a single penalty.
Can we get a moment of silence for the retribution real quick? Whoa.
That was what OTS said a little bit longer now. We're gonna see the sword go in. Take out
You see Beatrix trying to get some damage. You see Kagura able to get a double kill on the Rumble and the Lilia, but Instinct is key answering back, getting a double kill as well, taking out Alfred and Dyroth. Find that's Freddy out of the game. Oh my goodness! The Cyberball connects a triple kill to 1804! Yo, he was almost out of that range too. That's cheating, bro. That's a cheat code right there. Falling Star Moon for their mobilization. They are going to try and burst down the tower. Can OTS fend them off? No! And game goes to Dark Immortals for this series!
Dark Immortals. Wow, just absolutely wonderful play there at that Lord. Absolutely very well done.
That was impressive, man.